my sweet dear magical friends. Welcome, willkommen to your weekly astrology report with me, where we break down all of the astrological transits of the week ahead and take you through the zodiac for all 12 zodiac signs. This is covering the week of November the 4th to November the 10th, 2024. I have zero desire to influence anyone politically. Spirituality is above politics. I will not be commenting on the election in America this week. If you would like to learn lucid dreaming, remote viewing, astral projection, or telekinesis, that link is in the description box below. Patreon.com/theartigan. It's $11.11 per month for access to all of those resources that you can do and start yourself immediately. The middle tiers are undeletable, so they are exactly what you get in the first tier, plus a donation to the Artigan if you are guided. The very highest tier is for the one-to-one mentorship. If you would like me to help you one-to-one in any of your skills, talents, and abilities psychically. Without further ado, let's dive in. Monday, the 4th of November at 9:25 this morning, we have the sun perfecting in there trine to Saturn. And this is such an awareness in the Scorpio area of life. We're coming off of the new moon in Scorpio that took place on Friday, November the 1st. This perfect connection, so that's imbued in the new moon. So this is going to be in effect from November the 1st until November the 30th. This is an awareness of what and how to stabilize something in the Pisces area of life from the Scorpio area of life. So this is going to bring you an awareness of what is very fertile and growth oriented. What will you feed? And it will produce more and more in the Scorpio area of life. That can help to contribute to something that wants to grow and wants to develop. I know the lighting is so weird today, that's why I had to wear this hat, in the Pisces area of life. So you want to look at the Scorpio area of life and the Pisces area of life to what is fertile and growing, and you put into it and more can grow, or what's dead and dying. And if you put more and more into it, will lead to a loss. Remember, we're trying to control the bleeding in the Pisces area of life. And this energy is so helpful and productive. It's like the Scorpio energy is helping us to connect and form deeper bonds to things and thoughts and people and situations and circumstances, and helping us with the boundaries that we need to have from people and circumstances and thoughts and feelings, so that we can stay where we're supposed to stay and further stabilize the Pisces area and using the scorpionic tools, or dropping it, letting it go, cutting the dead weight. It's trying to help us bring the Scorpio area of life into alignment. So Scorpio being like the darkest of the dark, and then the sun moving through this area, it's shedding the spotlight onto any fears, doubts, negativism, negativity being revealed. And it's sort of like looking at like mold, or, just things that are growing, but not like that's good for you or healthy for you, and letting you make that realistic assessment, that judgment call that's saying, no, move on, let it go. Focus your energy into what is like a healthy, fertile growth, really, really stable and helping to stabilize. You know what I'm saying? So I love this. This was over the whole weekend, but it perfects on Monday morning at 9 a.m., like 9:25 a.m. And then we have at 12:30, this is all Pacific Standard Time, 12:32. This is really beautiful. So the moon in Sagittarius opposes Jupiter at 12:43, will trine Chiron. And basically, this is giving like an extension to the weekend when we had on Sunday Venus in Sagittarius perfecting in her opposition to Jupiter in Gemini and in the trine to Chiron in Aries. So the moon coming through and making this, it's really like a kiss on the cheek, to be honest, because the moon is going to meet Venus at 21 degrees of Sagittarius at 1349. That's the kiss on the cheek. That is just, the circumstances are bringing something so valuable to you, but it's basically building like all day. It goes exact 1349, but around the midday hour, 12:32, 12:43, this is supportive optimism to help you overcome fears and worries and helping you believe in yourself, having to make maybe you're cutting losses with the Scorpio energy. Maybe you are investing more into the Pisces area to stabilize it and you're using the Scorpionic resources. Maybe something is kind of more revealed to you in the Scorpio area of life that you can use to further promote and stabilize the Pisces. And so that like what how like use Monday because Monday is so optimistic and so healing with the trine to Chiron at 12:43. Healing energy continues from Sunday. So it's very much remember when the moon goes through Sagittarius, it's like my James Cameron energy. It's like Indiana Jones, it's larger than life. It's the rock stars telling their stories and the adventurers having their adventures and the story that you tell about your own life. And so believe in yourself on Monday. At 23:08, the moon in Sag quincunxes Uranus in Taurus retrograde. This is interesting. This is either you're getting one side of the story or you are now getting the other side of a story. So stay non-judgmental. Keep the open mind. The high side of Sagittarius is open to hearing different perspectives, meeting new different people. The low side of Sag is righteousness, should, and grandiose, just like grandiose in a rude way. So I feel like if you just keep the open mind by Monday night, you could be very like pleasantly surprised. Tuesday, the 5th of November at 2:23 like a.m. in the morning, the moon in Sag squares Neptune in Pisces. This is not good for detailed, exact work. This is better for dreaming. So just like be asleep at that hour. Then the moon goes void, of course, until 7:17 a.m. when the moon enters Capricorn. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is taking care of business energy. This is the area that needs updating and transformation and responsibility and tact and maturity. And how are we transforming the Capricorn area of life as elegantly as possible? How are we innovating in the Taurus area of life as elegantly as possible? How are we, you know what I'm saying? So like this Capricorn area of life for the next 2.5 days are really important because this is the last time that the moon's going to be in Capricorn with Pluto and Capricorn. It's the last time that the moon will meet Pluto in Capricorn with Pluto and Capricorn. It's that for like 200 and something years. So this is it. This is like Capricorn area of your life. Here we go. So I'm excited. 8:14 a.m. That moon in Capricorn will quincunx that Mars at 0 degrees of Leo. These are the two signs that are royal. These are the two signs in the zodiac that wear crowns. The Leo crown is visible, blazingly, shiningly bright and visible for everyone to see miles and miles away. The Capricorn crown is invisible. It's felt, not seen. So the fact that these two signs are connecting, the moon in Capricorn and then Mars in Leo, recognize your I am royalty. This is speaking to true nobility, nobility of the spirit. Then look at the situation of what you need to do, what you need to say, how you need to act, how you need to behave, what needs to be taken care of, what's coming up throughout the day. But look at it from the state of consciousness of an actual nobility of the spirit, of the soul, of recognizing your self-worth, going forth in your Godfidence. And it has to be real. It cannot be inauthentic. It cannot be corrupt. It cannot be bullshit. It has to be real. When you look at it from that empowered state of consciousness, what you need to do, what you need to say, all that other stuff will be it'll take care of itself. It'll be clear to you. Because by 1827, the moon in Capricorn will T-square the nodes of fate. So T-squaring 5 degrees north node in Aries, 5 degrees South Node in Libra. Stay out. This is why I said this before, is that you need to stay out of all of the different states of illusion. Fear, shame, guilt, sadness, confusion, struggle. Those are all states of illusion that if you're looking at your life, if you're looking at something, a relationship or a situation or a circumstance through that state of illusion, you're gonna say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, behave the wrong way. You're gonna act against yourself. You're gonna fuck it up. So that's why you have to get out of that earlier in the day, so that when the T-square comes up, the illusion is cleared from your perception and you'll be able to be in the state of Godfidence and maturity and make the empowered decisions for your life moving forward. Wednesday, the 6th of November at 7:16, we have the moon in Capricorn making a sextile to Saturn retrograding in Pisces. This is taking care of business. This is the attitude that you need to have towards stabilizing the Pisces area of your life and facing it with maturity and realness and authority. See, this Pluto in Capricorn is showing everyone what real power really looks like. And the moon going through Capricorn this week is an extra emphasis on that. And in doing that, will strip away what isn't actual power, what isn't actual authority, what isn't actual confidence. 11:11, we have the moon in Capricorn making a sextile to the sun in Scorpio. Thick as thieves. This is, the circumstances are flowing really nicely. Circumstances are helping to see and avail Scorpio to develop, change, use, utilize to help Capricorn transformation. They're helping each other. Scorpio is the transformer. It is death and rebirth. It is, at the end of last week, I kept getting these, like, you know, those little charms, like those little metal charms. I kept seeing it in this little, I don't know what, some kind of, where they melt down metals. And I just kept seeing like the very end of the melting down and then just seeing like the puddle of metal. And it's like I know some channelers will use like a big bowl of charms and like do that for divination and stuff. It's like taking a bullet shell and melting it down to make a wedding ring, or melting down the wedding ring, forming it into a bullet casing to kill vampires and werewolves. Like, it's something of recasting and changing the shape, changing the form into something else. So that's just what I've been like seeing a lot, like the end of last week coming into this week. So Pluto, Scorpio, that's like what they do full time. That's their full time. They're always doing that. They're always trying to do that. And so that's why Pluto and Capricorn, we're changing the form, we're changing the shape of something in the Capricorn area of our lives. And this hour, 11:11 on Wednesday, the 6th of November, the circumstances just support that happening. Then later in the day, 18:18, Mercury in Sagittarius trines the North Node in Aries. Great day for communication. Communicate with others, go online, write it out, connect with others who are going in the same direction as you. This is the time to take opportunities into the thinking, communicating realm and make those connections. Go search for it, write it down, put it in writing, get the things organized, and make those kinds of connections. At 20:37, the moon in Capricorn quincunxes Jupiter in Gemini. So hold the faith, hold the belief, hold the knowingness, hold the Godfidence. 2100, I guess, 2100. The moon in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. Permit yourself vulnerability and lead with your heart. You may need to confront some maybe some like memory or some issue previously where you took a risk and it didn't work out, or you trusted yourself and it didn't work out, or like, something. Don't imbue negative definitions into those experiences. This is a nice vulnerability moment. So permiss yourself that vulnerability so that you can lead with your heart and get the empowerment that's available and the healing that's available to you. Thursday, the 7th of November, this is when we have Mercury entering the shadow for their retrograde, going to be ending a cycle that started August the 18th. It's a long cycle. This is going to be nice. This is going to be like a very consolidating retrograde where it's going to be like getting everything in order. Everything is finally going where it belongs. Anyway, so it's just like starting with the shadow on the 7th of November on Thursday. At 7:01, the moon in Capricorn trines Uranus and Taurus, breakthroughs, innovation. This could even echo the full moon that's going to be taking place on the 15th of November. So pay attention. Thursday morning, pay attention to what's going on. 10:10, the moon in Capricorn sextiles Neptune and Pisces, giving form and structure and support to dreams, creativity, romance, anything. This whole thing with the Pisces crises and stopping the bleeding and stopping the, you can make dreams come true in the Pisces area of life if you just like get with it. So this Neptune connection is helping you stay inspired, but to give it form and structure, writing it down, putting it in motion. 1436, the moon conjoins Capricorn. Sorry, the moon conjoins Pluto in Capricorn for the last time. Again, this could be an echo to the full moon that's going to happen next week on next Friday. It's the last one. It's last moon Capricorn, moon Pluto in Capricorn. Forever. It's just, wow. As a Capricorn stellium. Wow, I'm just very grateful. It's wow. Okay, all right. Again, this is replacing old ideas about power with real power. So whatever is happening, it's positive. Whatever is happening, it's either further supporting the powerful transformations taking place, increasing your power, adding to your momentum, or it's helping deconstruct an illusion that you had in the Capricorn area of life. And be grateful for that. Be grateful for the deconstruction of illusions of power, of love, of intimacy, of joy, of creativity, whatever it is. It's good. Then the moon goes void of course until 1457. The moon will then enter into Aquarius. Now it's like decentralized power. That's where everything's going, into the decentralization of power. Of course, this is technology. It could be information control. It could be document control. 1716, the moon in Aquarius opposes Mars in Leo, where Pluto will do this a couple times. Balance personal expression, your drives, your wants, with how that serves the collective. How is you getting everything you want in life good for everyone? It's like aligning your will with the universal. People are really going to be fired up. Just say that. Very, very, very fired up. Friday, the 8th of November at 1:24, the moon in Aquarius trines the south node in Libra. That's either going to be connecting with past people that help you, past life comrades, or it's going to help you release stagnancy in your relationships. So that Pisces area of life, you're either stabilizing something you're trying to grow, a dream you're trying to ground, something you're trying to take root, or it's stagnant and you gotta let it go. But this Scorpio, This new moon in Scorpio from November 1st to November 30th is about exactly that. Cutting the losses, moving on from stagnancy. At 4:50, the moon in Aquarius sextiles Mercury in Sagittarius. So earlier overnight, that moon south node, it's like the relationships, the stagnancy in relationships. When the moon connects with Mercury, it's helping communication happen. Stay very impersonal, stay detached. If someone disagrees with your idea, don't treat it like it's a personal attack. You are not this, position. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be responsible there. Then at 21:54, the moon in, this is the quarter moon, the waxing gaining in light quarter moon, the crisis in action. The moon in Aquarius will square the sun in Scorpio. So you must consider what's best for everyone and overcome any scorpionic negativism or any blockages in the Scorpio or the Aquarius area of life, which again is probably going to be stagnancy. Scorpio could hold on to feelings even when the situation's moved on, could hold on to the hard feelings. Maybe Aquarius is like too detached and like not empathetic and really not, there could just be a little bit of a crunch or a struggle, but you have to balance both. You have to be detached and push through like personal feelings to overcome something that you know is best. So it's likely that we're pushing through difficult feelings to be brave, to move on, let something go, to invest more into something, to commit to something. Scorpio needs that. This new moon in Scorpio, we need to commit to the growth, to the protection, having boundaries with the outside that doesn't understand. It needs to be protected. So the crisis in action is something we have to do about it. What are you going to do about it? Saturday, the 9th of November at 2:11, moon in Aquarius trines Jupiter in Gemini. It's hopeful, it's optimistic, expansive if you're awake at that hour, educational, informative. 2:46, the moon in Aquarius sextiles Chiron in Aries. It could be supportive for mass healing. This could be something where there's like aid, dispatched, relief efforts, that kind of thing. 5:10, Venus in Sag squares Neptune in Pisces. This is going to be like a lot of a good thing, glutton, be very creative, very romantic. For some people, it's kind of dramatic. For some people, it's going to be, wow, this is so much better than I thought it was. If you could do the early part of the week well and maturely and responsibly, and we'll talk about that for all 12 zodiac signs, because if you don't, then this Venus Neptune at the end of the week with the quarter moon is going to be like bursting your bubble. It's going to be a letdown. 12:16, the moon in Aquarius squares Uranus and Taurus. Keep an open schedule. 16:22, the moon in Aquarius sextiles Venus and Sag. Talk, connect, meet new different people. Moving and shaking. Then the moon goes void, of course, until 1959. The moon then enters Pisces. Rest, release the pressure, just like surrender. Be comfortable surrendering the worries. Let it go. A great time to just let it go. 23:19, the moon in Pisces quincunxes Mars in Leo. I see so many Mars. I see so many Pisces men, Leo women couples. I've seen like so many like in my life. It's so bizarre. So you think that the quincunx, oh, there's nothing in common. There's something there. Do what pleases you. Do what pleases you. Try it for 15 minutes. If you run out of energy, if you run out of, stamina or inspiration, then just go back to relaxing. But give it a try because you might need that like Leo push before you realize, oh my God, I like this. No, it does feel good. I do have energy. And then if you don't, just go back to sleep. Sunday, the 10th of November, 1738, the moon will conjoin Saturn and Pisces. Oh, wait, before that, at 1419, the moon in Pisces will square Mercury in Sag. So, like midday Sunday, don't take any bickering seriously. Just don't. People might let people believe different things. If you're truly secure in what you believe or who you love or like anything like that, none of that will affect you. That only affects you if there's a part of you inside that agrees with them, that has a doubt, that has a fear. Then you feel like you need to prove yourself. Or it's an ego thing and you just want to convince people and you just want to win them to your side and you just want them to understand. You just want them to get it. Or it's a fear where you just don't want to leave them behind. But in any of those cases, you've got to be the shining example and you've got to go as you're guided and you've got to be brave and you've got to be authentically who you are and love who you love and to create what you want to create and channel what you channel and go forth in your Godfidence. So like, yeah, if people don't get it, they don't get it. So what? Literally, so what? 1538, the moon will then conjoin Saturn and Pisces. Circumstances are helping you to see through the illusion. Stabilize it or let it go. Feed it or cut the losses. It's showing you though that Sunday. You know, it's a nice, I like it for like a nice sober moment. Nice sober moment about the Pisces crises or the Pisces inspiration, because this could be so secure where you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that instead of going out, that I just worked on my script. I'm so glad that I listened to myself instead of this person that I love them, they love me, they think they know what's best for me, but they just don't. So glad that I listened to myself. You know, like it could be so reaffirming, validating, like in ourselves. Or it's helping you see through the illusion of like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. I should have listened to my intuition. I should have wrote it down when I had the idea. I should have wrote down the thing because now I lost it. I should have made time for this. I should have prioritized this differently. Like that. Okay. That's the week. Let's go ahead and take it through the consciousness carousel that is the zodiac. Hello, my beautiful Aries, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. A welcome, welcome to your week from November the 4th, Monday to November the 10th on Sunday. The first half of the week, you guys have Sun trining Pluto, Sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo. And then the last half of the week, you guys have the quarter moon in Aquarius with the Venus square Neptune. You guys want to actively pursue fun ways to teach your children, grow your business. Also, I would even say your marriage with maturity. Because if you're not mature or if you cut corners or act outside of your integrity, then at the end of the week, there could be like a major disappointment. You know, it could be like the bubble bursts. So keep yourself accountable, keep yourself in your integrity, and we'll be well. Hello, my beautiful Tauruses, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome, welcome to this week ahead from November the 4th to November the 10th. You guys in the first half of the week have Sun trine Saturn and Mars in Leo to deal with. And then at the end of the week, you have the quarter moon in Aquarius and Venus square Neptune to manage. So for you guys, let's see. Okay, so for you guys, you want to channel emotional confidence. With Mars in your fourth, that's really the engine for your life. At the first half of the week, you're going to feel this. Use it. Use it. Channel the emotional confidence to pursue relationships. Okay, stabilize your relationships. It's almost like they could be friendships, they could be any one-to-one relationship that they have like the same. Stabilize your relationships. It could be any one-to-one relationship, friendships, but anyone that has like the same goals as you want to stabilize them with some kind of commitment. So you're either planning your future together or making long-term plans with your comrades. If you do, and from the place of emotional security, it should be kind of maybe even emotionally exciting for Tauruses in the beginning, first half of the week. If you do that, if you do that, by the end of the week, your career and your reputation could be like 10 times better than you imagined. It could be so much better than you even thought. So I feel like Tauruses could stand to gain a lot this week but it's like go with like that emotional excitement. Now, this could be like fighting with family members and stuff. Ignore that. Like just block that out, have a nice little boundary with it, or anyone that disagrees with you. You're a sign that really should be like listening to your own like Godfidence with the North Node in your 12th. So commit early in the week, and your career could be a really nice, or your marriage or your reputation could have a really positive leveling up adjustment that could be a lot better than you previously imagined. Have a great week. Hello, my beautiful Gemini, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome to a commentary week ahead from November the 4th to November the 10th. The first half of the week, you've got to contend with Sun trine Saturn and Mars in Leo. The last half of the week, you have the quarter moon in Aquarius, I almost said Gemini, and the Venus Neptune square. So for you, Gemmies, you want to be so very mature, realistic, responsible, so that you can cut your losses and communicate in your mind with yourself and with others so that you can stop the bleeding in your career or in your reputation. If you can do that, then you can face a fact of life at the end of the week and be inspired instead of let down. Okay. So for Gemmies with Mars in Leo in your mind, this is like, you should be excited to communicate. You should be excited and creative to connect. And if you can be very mature and like show up responsibly in your career or in your marriage or in your tasks, even like daily routines can support that, then you'll be gravy. But if you have to cut losses, if there's anything negative in your day or something weighing you down, maybe you have like staff that are not as helpful, or like you're taking on a sacrifice that you really don't need to be taking on. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can just cut those losses, you'll be gravy. Have a great week. Hello, my beautiful Cans, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Welcome to a commentary week ahead, covering November the 4th to November the 10th. In the first half of the week, you've got to deal with the Sun trine Saturn and Mars in Leo. In the last half of the week, you have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square. So for Cans, for us people, the first half of the week, you want to use your confidence and creativity to further any kind of publishing or marketing goals, or children and lovers could be helpful, but it's really about your self-confidence and your creativity. If you can like stabilize, if you're not doing anything with marketing or publishing or like speaking, then it's even more so on your worldview, like your life perspective, and get really like take it very, very seriously, be very mature and realistic, and like I said, stabilizing it. If you can do that, then at the end of the week, you get to release some baggage that's been keeping you down and holding you back. And you get to feel so much lighter. You get to dream bigger and just feel so much freer. So it really is worth it to do that in the first half of the week, so you can kind of like lift at the end of the week. Have a great week, Cans. Hello, my beautiful Leos, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome to a commentary week ahead, covering November the 4th to November the 10th. You guys have Sun trine Saturn and Mars in your sign in the first half of the week, and then the last half of the week, you've got the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square to contend with. For Leos, for you guys in the beginning of the week, you want to really grow up and be mature, to believe in yourself. And the growing up part means to validate yourself. So you want to validate yourself and be self-maintaining, self-esteem from the inside. I know this is very like anti-ethical to like your whole get up. I get it. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So if you can do that though, if you can self-validate, then by the end of the week, so for you guys, okay, the end of the week for you guys, it's either going to be relationship disappointments or breakthroughs in bonding with others. But it's all going to be determined on if the Leo can use that Mars in your sign energy. I get it. You guys just had the Mars Pluto opposition from your 12th house of secret sorrow, self undoing. I get it. I get it. But you're with me. You're here. It's okay. I got you. Stick with me. I got you. Okay. If you can do that at the beginning of the week and self-validate, it's going to pay off. It will pay off. And you're going to be able to bond deeper and be closer and be more and have like really juicy, great experiences with other people and be more trusting in life itself by the end of the week. Have a great week, Leo. Hello, my lovely Virgos, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs, and welcome, willkommen to your week ahead, covering November the 4th to November the 10th. Okay, Virgos, it's really like one or the other for you guys. Like the first half of the week, you have Sun, Trine, Saturn, Mars, and Leo. Last half of the week, you have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square. This Mars and Leo is going to determine like which Virgoan experience you're going to have. It's like for you guys, it's like one or the other. You're either your own, in the beginning of the week, you're either your own worst enemy, or you have spiritual gifts and Godfidence and spiritual power behind the scenes that are being revealed to you. And you're getting some like spiritual confidence, like from above or from, you know, from somewhere deep inside that you're accessing. And that will actually be revealed through your communications. It will be revealed in how and with whom you are communicating. It's going to be obvious to us, to everyone observing you or talking with you, especially if you like post and stuff. It's either going to be like you're your own worst enemy or you've got the power. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you are spiritualized, if you go forth in Godfidence, then you're going to be communicating light and free and, you know, and that'll be, it'll be good. It'll be really, really good and very positive, confident communications and or even like writings or positive neighborhood interactions, that kind of thing early in the week. End of the week, you're either giving too much to something and you're going to get that balanced where you're going to get more because you've been giving too much, you've been taking on too much, you've been like sacrificing too much, and you're like, it's time for me to it's time for me to get something, it's time for me to receive. Or if you're like your own worst enemy in the beginning of the week, then the end of the week you are going to be giving way more. You're going to have to give more because you hadn't been taking on enough, or you know what I'm saying? Like you may be called to make some kind of to give. So you can always turn it around. That's why we do this weekly. That's why we do this. So channel the spiritual power for this whole little while that Mars is in Leo. I'll come out with that video as well. It's already on the Patreon, but we'll do one for YouTube too. Okay. Have a lovely, wonderful week, Virgos. See you next time. Hello, my beautiful Libras, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome, willkommen to your week ahead. For Libras, you guys, this is your week from November the 4th to the November the 10th. In the first half of the week, you have the sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo. Last half of the week, you guys have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square. So for Libras, the first half of the week, it's the time to really bet on your future and pursue goals and dreams and connect with comrades together and be very realistic about your contributions, your duties, what you have to contribute, your skills, talents, and abilities, your resources, your money to add and contribute to this goal or this thing that you want to do with others. If you stay humble, then you'll be able to easily adjust creatively or adjust to your children or your lovers and address any confusion at the end of the week. But you have to be humble at the beginning of the week and realistic. Okay, Libras, have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Scorpios, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs, welcome to comment to your week ahead, covering November the 4th to November the 10th. In the first half of the week, you guys have the sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo. And the last half of the week, you guys have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus and Neptune square. For Scorpios, okay, so in the beginning half of the week, this is your moment. This is your new moon from November the 1st to November the 30th. The first half of the week, whatever you want, especially creatively, romantically, or with children. If you are a parent, go for it. You guys have the free pass, the permission slip, just go balls to the walls. If you can be confident in your career decisions, or as a parent or as a spouse, like a married person, then by the end of the week, any kind of home adjustments or emotional adjustments will increase your self-esteem. You'll walk right into those changes with your head held high and like, yes, this is exactly the changes that I want to make that will benefit me. And you will sparkle. Have a great week. Hello, my lovely Sagittariuses, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome to comment to your week ahead from November the 4th to November the 10th. In the first half of the week, you guys have the sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo. And then the last half of the week, you guys have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square. So for Saggies, the first half of the week is really cleaning out your closet. This is really the sun in Scorpio in your 12th house of Secret Sorrow, Self Undoing. It's like shining a light into all the dark corners, all of the cobwebs, all of the creepy crawlies, all of the muck, all of the debris, all of the gunk of your subconscious, all of your secrets. So in the first half of the week, if you can have emotional maturity and if you can pursue like a life education, like not just university or that kind of education, but like real life stuff, like integrity, morals. And if you can take those life lessons and take your healing seriously, then by the end of the week, you will not be upset or disappointed. You'll be able to pivot a lot easier. There you have it, my lovely Saggies. Have a great week. Hell yeah, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Risings. Welcome, willkommen to your week from November the 4th to November the 10th. This is it. We're here. We're there. We're everywhere. Capricorns, we have the first half of the week, we have the sun trine Saturn and Mars in Leo to contend with. And then the last half of the week, we have the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus Neptune square, not the opposition, it's a square. So for us, the first half of the week, we want to connect with comrades, clarify goals. And if you can challenge yourself to be more realer, like as real, keep it really, really, really real, Capricorn. And bond, trust. But from the place of realness, if you can do that, then by the end of the week, a hidden synchronicity that comes to light will affect your self-esteem in a really nice way. By the end of the week, it's like the whole universe, the whole galaxy just conspires for us Capricorns. But you've got to be really real and be very authentically you and be mature and responsible and realistic. And bond. Don't be afraid of like trusting and bonding and really trusting in your life. Okay. I love you, Capricorns. Have a great week. Hello, my lovely Aquariuses, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome to comment to your week ahead from November the 4th to November the 10th. For Aquas, I'm an Aquarius when I always say that. In the first half of the week, we have the sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo. And then the last half of the week, we've got the quarter moon in our sign to deal with. And then the Venus, Neptune, I keep wanting to say opposition. It's a square, it's not an opposition. Okay, so the first half of the week, be a good parent or a good boss or a good spouse, a good married person. Act with integrity. Act with integrity and pursue connection, like authentic partnership, meeting new people, making new connections. Be driven, let yourself be driven to partner up with other people. Let that happen. Encourage it. Because then by the end of the week, a new friend or a social media thing or a group can elevate your self-concept and how you see yourself and your self-esteem. So welcome these other people and be excellent in your realm of expertise, and it'll work out. Have a great week, Aquas. Pisces, sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs. Welcome to commentary week ahead, covering November the 4th to November the 10th. In the first half of the week, you have the sun trining Saturn and Mars in Leo to deal with. And then the last half of the week, it's going to be the quarter moon in Aquarius and the Venus-Neptune square. So for Pisces, the first half of the week, you want to let new unearthed facts of life, like letting life show you things. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like unearthed facts of life grow you up and mature you, inspire you to be of service where you are guided to help. That's your role in the first half of the week. If you do that, and if you go and help and be of service where you are and as you are guided or inspired, then by the end of the week, it won't be a mental health challenge. It'll be a rewarding spiritual breakthrough. It's worth it. Big. I love you guys. Take very good care and have a great week.